everybody, it's Angela. Welcome to my sweet dig. You can come in, we'll get some coffee, maybe some tea, and you can get comfortable and subscribe below. Don't forget that. All right, let's go. Come. I live in the West Village in New York City, and I pay $2,500 a month. For all of you that think that that is expensive, it is. You're correct. But I live in this awesome city with all of this awesome culture. I'm willing to pay the price. When I first saw this place, it was honestly covered wall to wall in this like canary yellow. Colors like that in a small space can really close up a space. The first thing I asked for was them to paint all of the walls just stark white. They asked like, oh, are you sure you don't want cream? Like, no. I like things to be clean and open, but they don't necessarily have to be uniform. Even though everything's white, like there's still just a little pop of something. This is my most sacred space in the whole apartment. I actually do use this kitchen. I love to cook. My grandmother is from Spain, and she's actually the one that raised me. So when I grew up, like the kitchen is where we gathered. Like I did my homework on the counter. We ate together every night. I have a nice little cooking triangle here. Everything is like very nice and compact. I have this really old bubblegum dispenser that used to be in our house. It still works. This is from my grandmother's collection. She always had like different like servingware for like whatever mood she was in. I like to give these as gifts to people who are just getting married or just moving into a new space. And so if you know me and you've received salad serving things, that's why. Because I love you. I have these ferns. The Pacific Northwest in me really wanted to keep these ferns in New York City alive. There is fresh green in there, but there's also this lot of dead. So I really just beg you, internet, please help me keep my plants alive. Can you comment below and give me some tips? You know, the bathroom, it's pretty big as far as New York standards go. I am executive producer for beauty videos at Refinery29, so with that comes a lot of product. I have sort of organized this in terms of things that I know that I use all the time, but also things that I forget that I have, because that's the thing about having a lot of stuff, you forget that you have it. I have a tub though, y'all. I have a freaking tub. This is my living room area. I really like how this room is separate from my bedroom so that when I have guests over, we can all kind of gather in here. Because I had this long wall here, I was able to put in an extra long couch, which is awesome because I have more seating. This is from All Modern. So then I found this extra long coffee table that matches and it flows really nicely with the space. For all of you mid-century mod furniture buffs, this is an actual Lane furniture piece. And then my dresser is from All Modern as well. This is sort of the place where all of the artifacts of my life are housed. These are like little things that I found in my grandma's side table. If anybody knows what these are, please comment below because I asked somebody at a vintage shop and they didn't know. This is like a tiny little section for where I could keep my books, and there are many more in my closet. Some may call me crazy, but I did move from Seattle to New York with all of my magazines, which is nuts. Coming in to the bedroom area, I'm really fortunate in that I get all this natural light because that affects me. I know that I love to wake up with the sun. Let me turn your attention this way. If there were a fire in here, I would like grab this area and run. So my grandfather passed away before I was born. He was a very good artist. He really loved to paint in the style of Norman Rockwell. This is my favorite piece. I also kind of die over the fact that she has this ankle bracelet on. How do you even do that with like acrylic paint in monochromatic? I love to just think about like what this woman must have heard on the other end of that phone. And then this is a picture of my grandma and me. Let us not forget my master's degree. I'm very proud of this. I used to be an architect when I lived in Seattle before moving to New York. I used to design schools K through 12. I did that for 6 years before I switched, left the profession, went to go work at Nordstrom, worked in video there, and then now I live in New York and I couldn't be happier. This is all great and everything, but truly I think what you came here for is to take a peek at the closet. Are you ready? All right, here we go. I need a little bit more fanfare. You can kind of come in a little bit. It's pretty spacious as far as New York is concerned. If you look around, there's like shoes up here, shoes up in the back. I can have less clothes probably, but the shoes have got to stay. These are my favorite pair of shoes that I own, but they're like so delicate and they do not go outside. Oh my God, you guys aren't even right. You guys aren't ready for this. Purple python heels. like, do you die? These were originally $800 and I got them for $130. I think it's a pretty good deal. So my most favorite dress is this dress from my grandma. This is her house dress. I wear something of my grandmother's almost every day. Today I'm wearing her earrings. Just having a little bit of a reminder of her every day really just helps and is lovely, I think. I moved from Seattle to New York about 2.5 years ago. I looked for a sublease in Manhattan and found the place next door to this place. I started separating the recycling of all my neighbors and the superintendent came out. And then he really liked my recycling and offered me a place next door, which is here. My superintendent really loves to play the drums. It's just like, also, there is a neighbor that has a bird that sounds like a child crying. These are like New York things. Something that I want in my next apartment. Space and maybe a door that would separate my bedroom and my living room. Is that really too much to ask? A door, peeps. Things like laundry and a dishwasher would be really cool, but I feel like I left that on the West Coast and like those things are unicorns here. I am just so happy that I was able to find this apartment. It's just a nice, quaint neighborhood full of coffee shops. I can walk to a coffee shop, I can walk to the grocery store. The sun sets on this side, so it's awesome. Like there's really nothing more I could ask for. Thanks for tuning in to My Sweet Digs. To subscribe to Refinery29, click here. And then to watch more videos like this, click here. Thanks for watching. Bye.